Alright, time for my first game of GPH. I'm playing blue-green beans against Neon, who is on mono-black Villainy with some new cards. Some new discard synergy, specifically. And we're off. So, 14, okay. And, uh, hmm. Doesn't have any of the synergy pieces, but does have a decent amount of ramp. Okay, they're on the so if they turn one discard my primal, that's kind of bad, but I guess I keep this. Like it does stuff. It's not great because it doesn't have green elemental circle, but like it's playable. And again, I can always top deck stuff. And this deck does have a somewhat decent top decks, I guess. I mean, if I get to 5 mana, then I'm pretty happy. The problem is getting there with this sort of hand. I can see things going south very quickly if like they turn one Valdez, discard my primal, and then I don't draw anything for the next few turns. So just hope that that doesn't happen. I mean, actually, no, they also have, well, they don't turn one discard me, so that's good. Yeah, that's really good. That means I get to land my primal resurgence, and I don't think they have anything in their deck that can deal with this. So, I mean, yeah, I managed to get my turn 1 ramp card out, and that will make things easier for me in the later turns, because, I mean, it's ramp. So I only need 2 more mass conspiracy of rape. Huh. I guess I'm assuming they top deck this because I feel like they definitely would have played this on turn 1 if they had it. And I'm assuming they're on no other discard spells because yeah, because they definitely would have snapped off the turn 1 discard if they had one. And they're waiting for me to K everything, but like I have no free interaction, so I don't know why they're asking. I mean, so if they empty my hand, I will be taking a bunch of damage, so I just hope that they don't do that to me, I guess. Is there anything worth doing here? No, I just play Performer of Growth and play Amber Hill's Tap because life will matter, because these guys will be hurting me if things go badly for me. And then I pass the turn, and I can cast one of these guys next turn. So like, they need Exunt to kill this, which they definitely can have. But actually Exunt's their only removal spell, so just Exunt. I'm bad spelling. Yeah, it's like 1 mana sacrifice a creature, but that's their only spell. They run 4 copies, but that's the only spell in their deck that kills this thing right now. So if they don't have that, then next turn I untap and get to play one of these guys, and then that flips Performer, and then I get to go to town. Take Amorphous Tyrant, which is strange because like I don't think they play any targets for this thing, so I guess I have 2 Aerith, so like taking one doesn't matter, like doesn't help them at all. So yeah, they're just going to. I'm assuming like unless they kill this thing, Aerith is going to you played. Yeah, there we go. That's the removal spell. So that means I have no plays next turn, and they Valdez me. I guess they Valdez high. So I still have Aerith left in hand, but if they have another hand attack, then I am out of plays, which is bad for me. But if I do get Aerith to stick, then that thing. Well, okay, sure. I guess they really want Aerith to stick. And notably, they're also stuck on 2 lands, so that's good for me. So yeah, this turn I just play a land and pass. I can't do anything else. Right? Yeah, I have no other plays, and I might want to fetch a Lumbering Hillock because like if they completely empty my hand, then Lumbering Hillock at least does stuff for me. So like if they double discard me, I need to top deck. Okay, they just they just like slam Villainy. Yeah, that's fine. So that means they're tapped out, and I get to land Aerith and do nothing else with her this turn, but I guess that's fine. And I will be fetching out Lumbering Hillock because in case my board gets wiped, I do want to be able to still do stuff. Orichi, interesting. Unfortunately, not very applicable right now. Yeah, so I just play Aerith and pass and hope that they don't remove it. I mean, like the only thing that kills it in their deck is Exunt. Oh, no, actually, they can play 2 spells with Villainy, and that also kills Aerith. But that's fine, I guess, because I just play Aerith number 2 next turn, or unless they have like a discard. Well, they're on 2 cards in hand, so they untap with 2 cards in hand, so they could kill Aerith, but there's still a decent chance that this thing just survives. I mean, alternatively, I can animate Lumbering Hillock swing and then just let them hit nothing next turn, and then I get to play Aerith and plus a land, and that means that I get guaranteed Aerith value at least. Is that worth it? Actually, yeah, it might be worth it because basically it doesn't give them a target for Villainy, which means that like they don't get to draw a card if they have 2 Villainy triggers. Yeah, let them. So they're down to 16. So worst case scenario is that they have like triple discard or something. I doubt they have triple discard though. They might just play Valdez out, in which case I get to Aerith, play a land, and then play Amorphous Tyrant to kill the Valdez. And then I'm stuck with 2 cards in hand. So I'm stuck with Aerith, Orichi, and then Aerith dies to 2 Villainy pings. I mean, that's an alright exchange. I think like right now I'm just in, oh, Kellenweller. Yeah, alright. I guess Orichi is killing that too, or Aerith is going to be killing that too. So they get to make everyone discard. Well, they have to pitch their last card, which is fine by me. I just discard Orichi and then play Aerith out, because Aerith lets me recast Orichi, and then I have a second Aerith in case things go wrong or whatever. So it seems like Neon's deciding whether they want to discard or not, and they decide not to, which is fine by me. Oh, Ramsey, nice. And do I play out Ramsey this turn? I mean, it gets, yeah, it gets things on board in case they have eggs on, but it also gives them more Villainy targets. It also gets cards out of my hand, which is not something I want right now, I don't think. Because right now, yeah, I want cards in hand because it insulates me against these guys becoming active. And like, if I can play entirely from the graveyard, then I'm very happy, because the next turn they like play 2 things, kill Aerith. I play next turn I play Aerith number 2 and play Ramsey or something. Yeah, it seems solid. And I will play Wayfarer's Shrine right now because I do want to preserve my life, because these guys will start hurting if things go badly. And then, yep, Amorphous Tyrant, evoke that thing, kill Kellenweller. Yeah, good thing they didn't plus. Like, if they plus, Amorphous Tyrant doesn't actually... Amorphous Tyrant making Aerith punch the Kellenweller doesn't actually kill it. Well, yeah, good thing that happened. So now I pass with Aerith out, and I mean, they can remove it if they have 2 spells, but if that happens, I just play Aerith number 2, unless they have a targeted discard spell, in which case, yeah, they kill Aerith, okay, yeah, then that'd be bad, but I mean, it isn't too unlikely for that to happen. Conspiracy of Ravens, well, I mean, at least that thing's pretty slow, and seems like they don't have another spell to Villainy, so Aerith just sticks. So, Cosmonaut Pioneer. That's definitely something I want to play this turn. Can I do that? Yeah, I play this, draw a card, and then I also get to play Performer of Growth from the graveyard, I guess. And then that, I mean, that's really good for me. In that case, I guess I wait for a shrine again, because I do want to preserve life, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, I think I do want to preserve life, and then I guess the turn after next turn I can play out Amber Hills tapped. Like, I do need to get my second blue source eventually, but right now I'm fine not getting it. So, yeah, fetch out Forest. Actually, no, I can fetch out Island right now. Do I do that? Yeah, I definitely fetch out Island right now, because that's my second blue source. Actually, they could, like, respond to me or whatever, but I'm assuming they don't have any responses. I'll just, like, play Performer of Growth, and then play Cosmonaut Pioneer. I'll do scry 1, draw a card, because I want to keep the number of cards in my hand high. I'll bomb the Amber Hills because I don't need to be drawing lands right now. Oh, finally got a green elemental circle. Attack with Aerith, and pass the turn. Oh yeah, they do get to discard me, so yeah, I mean, I will lose the green elemental circle, but I still... Actually, no, if Aerith survives, then discarding doesn't even stop me from playing this thing. So it seems like things just worked out really well for me this game. Yep, they discard green elemental circle. Yeah, so next turn I guess I can't play green elemental from grave and also cast, or can I? I can use Orichi to reset Aerith, but Orichi makes the thing come back end of turn, so I can't like make use of... So I can't use it. I can't reset it and then make use of it in the same turn. Oh, double Villainy, cool. And they're just going face with Villainy. Okay, yeah, makes sense. So I guess maybe I have to play Amorphous Tyrant, right? Or unless I draw another 5-drop or something. Like, but if I don't, then I use Amorphous Tyrant to flip Old Growth or Performer of Growth. Oh, well, yeah, there we go. I guess I don't need anything else. So can I win this turn? 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 mana. Orichi is Blinking Cosmonaut, so I have 5 mana to work with, so that's Green Elemental plus Val Progenitor, play Amber Hills tapped. Yeah, that seems like a pretty good turn. To play Green Elemental Circle. Well, actually, I have Performer Growth. Well, whatever. So 1, 2, 3. I don't need a second blue source. So play Progenitor, Performer Growth flips. Green Elemental Circle draws me a card. Again, another Green Elemental Circle. Okay, that's really nice. I technically have more stuff. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'll just play Amber Hills tapped. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'll keep up Orichi on Cosmonaut Pioneer, or on any of the other guys. Okay, so I still have enough mana for another green elemental circle. Yeah, and then I swing with all these guys and see how they react to that. Yeah, they take a bunch of damage and I pass the turn. Like if they try to go face, I just Orichi the Cosmonaut Pioneer and gain a bunch of life. I doubt I can really stop this board state from killing them next turn. Like really, how many Villainy pings can they really get off this turn, right? If they're like holding the last card, Bell's Descent, that doesn't even stop them because Bell's Descent only sacks a single thing, right? Yeah, it only kills a single creature. And seems like, yeah, there we go. Sure. And they're going all fate with, yeah, makes sense. They're trying to kill me. And also mills 3, right? Well, that's even better that's just bonus, Aerith, bonus cards for Aerith. So these guys will go off. So yeah, I need to Orichi this turn on the Cosmonaut Pioneer to put my life out in, or did I already lose life from these guys? Yeah, I already did. Bell's Descent. Oh right, I need to sack a creature. I forgot. Yeah, and they draw off the Villainy, but I think that just kills them. Okay, end of turn Orichi, Cosmonaut, Pioneer, need to do 4 end step. So I gain 5 life and then gain 5 life again. And then they concede. Cool. Alright, so what do I want here? They don't really make tokens. They have planeswalkers, but I don't think they have enough planeswalkers for me to board an Amulet of Loyalties. They have creatures, I guess. The removal is mostly Exant. I mean, Aurora Hydra is kind of hard for them to deal with if they don't have Exant. Okay, so Ultin definitely comes in because I want to be blowing up their Villainies. And they have a bunch of enchantments actually. So yeah, it's definitely worth bringing these guys in. I'll bring out some performers because they just get killed. I'll bring out Amorphous Tyrant. Like, they have targets, but not enough for me to really be super happy with that card. In fact, I'll like do this. Aurora Hydra dies to removal, but it's pretty good otherwise. Or it dies to Exant, it dies to Bell's Descent, but it doesn't die to anything else. Well, I'll go with this, right? Actually, I'll go like one down here and sure. Alright, so let's see what I draw. Yeah, this is a really good hand, so that's a definite keep. Well, assuming they don't turn 1 discard me. If they do, then I have a pretty slow hand. But I mean, that's really this thing you're signing up for when you play ramp against a discard deck. So, like, if they turn 1 discard me, I just play it slow or whatever. Oh, okay. Yep. It's Conspiracy of Ravens, so yeah, it's still really slow discard. So that means I do get my turn 1 Primal Resurgence. And yeah, they can take my Ramsey, but then I have Jeffrey stages as a follow-up. Or if they take my Jeffrey stages and have Ramsey as a follow-up, and Ramsey ramps into Vivian, so yeah, like, all my options are good here. I mean, they could also take the Vivian here, and then I just go Ramsey, Jeffrey, or I go Jeffrey first, and then Ramsey or something. And they do take Ramsey. Yep. I mean, if they have more follow-up discard, then they take Jeffrey stages, and then they'll have 5 drops stuck in hand. And maybe they get me there. Like, they like double discard me. Next turn they slam Villainy. I mean, I'm still sort of fine if that happens. I just fetch Lumbering Hillock. Oh, they're interesting. Well, now I just get to slam Jeffrey stages, the finale. And it's not like they can stop both from going off, so yeah, I'll fetch Island here. Now what does Jeffrey stages fetch? Probably Panya, actually, right? Because I need a 4-drop. I mean, like, right, do I have anything else to fetch? I could fetch Aerith, but I already have Vivian, so I don't need another big expensive thing. I mean, if Vivian could get discarded, but then I have Amorphous Tyrant as backup, which also dies to removal, but it's still fine to just drop to trade with removal. So yeah, like I placed Jeffrey stages the finale here. They can't stop this thing, right? Yeah, they can't. So grab. I mean, I can also grab Orichi, but that's not great. So yeah, I'll grab Panya and put that in my hand. Pass the turn. Like, they do need to worry about Panya beats into next turn. And they just passed. I guess they just didn't have anything. So, like, they kept like 6 Villainies or something. Yeah, Villainy. Cool. That's completely fine by me. They need instant speed stuff for them to stop Panya from doing stuff. Actually, no. I just evoke Amorphous Tyrant and bounce a Villainy, and that's a good turn for me. Evoke Amorphous Tyrant, keep up Panya. Yeah, seems pretty solid. I don't want to fetch Lumbering Hillock this turn. Because like the next turn, I need to fetch an untap land. So like this turn's the only time I have to fetch Lumbering Hillock, but then I have to pay a bunch of life to do that, and life probably doesn't matter too. Or I can probably not care too much about life right now. I just like Jeffrey stages to get the Villainy off the board and pass the turn. But yeah, like they can slam the Villainy again if they want. Or like if they have hand attack, I guess they try to hand attack me, I'll flash up Panya and then they remove the Panya. That'd be really bad. And so in that case, I think I actually keep Panya in hand if they try to hand attack me, because now they have to decide between Panya and Vivian. And they're going to Bell's Descent. Oh, that actually does stuff. Yeah, and I don't want to be bouncing this thing because they can replay it, but at the same time, I don't want this thing to transform. I mean, I definitely let this resolve, but I'm thinking about what I want to discard. Like, I can discard Panya, or I definitely need to keep one of the lands, so it's either Panya or Vivian that's going. I think Vivian's probably better at making me stabilize, probably. But I mean, Panya is an extra turn, so that feels better, but yeah, I guess I'll do this. I don't feel great about making this play. Like, I really don't know which one I was supposed to discard there. I'm keeping Panya because, like, extra turn seems good. If Panya ends up being just an explorer, then whatever. I mean, it's fine. I still manage to get in with Lumbering Hillock if that happens, so that's explorer plus, like, 6 extra damage or something. Right, yep. So flash up Panya, fetch out Lumbering Hillock, and let's see, what do I get? Arichi, not great, but not horrible. So I need to do this because I need to, I mean, I really want to activate Panya this turn. Do I let them transform Bell's Descent? Like, if I bounce Bell's Descent, then next turn they have a play, like they just Bell's Descent me again and I lose my entire board. I mean, I know they have Villainy in hand. I think it's probably worth it to just keep bouncing things to their hand, just to prevent stuff from happening. So Lush Oasis, and yeah, activate Panya, and I guess I'll bounce Bell's Descent. I mean, like, it feels bad, but probably correct, honestly. Then swing for 1, take the extra turn, becomes a 4/4, and ooh, Green Elemental Circle. Alright, so the play now is play out Green Elemental Circle, and then once they Bell's Descent, they can try to Bell's Descent my last card in hand. In which case I just Arichi the Panya, and then it comes back end of turn, and I get another Ick return with it. Yeah, that seems really good. So, and then I can sack the Panya, and yeah, I need to just annotate that I've already used the tail. But that does get me 2 extra draws towards something, which is nice, I guess. I think best case scenario is that they do just try to slam another, or they do just try to slam Bell's Descent again, because that's pretty slow. I guess if they have like Exent plus Bell's Descent, okay, they are just going to hard cast Bell's Descent. In which case, yeah, I do this, and then let this thing resolve. So like, if they have Exent, then I'm really unhappy. If they don't, then I'm really happy. Or actually, if they just don't have another land. Okay, they do have another land, but they're just using it to cast Curse. So it seems like they don't have Exent up in hand. Or no, they're milling Curse. No, they discarded Swamp. What? Why? Don't they want to transform Bell's Descent? Well, I don't know. But anyways, that means I get Panya to go off again, which is really nice for me. Do I want to play out Amber Hills? I mean, yeah, I probably do. And they did, I mean, they did discard Swamp, so actually that suggests that their last card in hand is a Swamp, in which case I do want to bounce the Bell's Descent, right? Yeah, probably. So yeah, play out Amber Hills tapped. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Tail the Panya, I guess. Get rid of the Bell's Descent. Swing for 1 and hope for a good top deck. Like, I'm really hoping to get something useful here. I'll stack right now to extend my deck slightly, and please draw something good. Ramsey is passable. Actually, yeah, it's sack fodder for Bell's Descent. So I can't Ramsey and Lumbering Hillock on the same turn though, which is unfortunate. And I do need to play it this turn, or else it's going to get discarded. So, or actually, I can play Ramsey and tap something. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I mean, I have enough mana for everything I need, so I think it's probably worth it. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Get this guy out and whack them down to 6. And let's see how they react to this. I think if they're going to make me sack something, I will sack the Ramsey because the 1 power will matter. Like, it actually affects the clock. In that I actually have lethal next turn if they only play Bell's Descent. Actually, when did they get the 3 cards in hand? I wasn't paying attention. Well, no, right, one of the cards is Bell's Descent. And I'm assuming one of the cards is also a Swamp because they discarded a Swamp while they had Bell's Descent out. Oh, and I guess the last card is Inapraxia's. No, they have a Villainy in hand. They're going to... Sure, I guess that's fine. So this is actually kind of troublesome for me if I don't draw anything else good this turn. They did just discard a swamp with Bell's Ascent out. Interesting. Yeah, that's really bad. Well, I can hold the forest to, like, bait a Valdez, but, I mean, they just Bell's Ascent, right? Or, I mean, they're going to Villainy Valdez next turn, I think. So, yeah, I hold the forest in order to blank a Valdez. No, that's still not good. Yeah, I just play out the forest. And animate Lumbering Hillock, Swing, and rely on top decks. But, like, I do have lots of good top decks here, so I think this is a game plan I'm happy with, or at least a game plan that I can live with. I just need to draw any 5-drops in the top 2 cards of my deck, I think. Like, I have 1 turn for them to untap. Okay, and that's Villainy. They're going to Valdez for 0 value, but now they get to draw a card, and that's really bad for me. Oh, okay, they found their 5th land. Alright, good card off the top, please. Alton Survey. Okay, yeah, that's acceptable, I guess. So it blows up Villainy, and then next turn they have Bell's Ascent, but they can't flip it right away, so, like, I guess that works out, sort of. And it's actually perfect mana for everything I need to do, so yeah. Lumbering Hillock, whack them. And then Alton Surveyor, get rid of the Villainy. Do I want to shuffle? Do I want to do anything else? I don't think so. And they get a serval. So the good news is Lumbering Hillock has trample, so it's still lethal if they have no way of gaining life this turn and no way of, like, getting rid of my board. Yeah, they can Bell's Ascent, in which case I just sack Ram. Or if they Bell's, they have to sack the serval, so they're just dead to attacks if they do that. They're always dead to Lumbering Hillock. Well, no, they have Valdez. So yeah, they can just play Valdez this turn, and that does block all my things, right? Okay, yeah, so I'm really hoping for a good top deck then. Like, anything that triggers Jeffrey stages will bounce Valdez, which doesn't actually get me lethal because I can't activate Lumbering Hillock in the same turn unless I draw one of the Evokers. I mean, yeah, the best top deck right now is one of the Evokers. Or actually, I've already used Amorphous Tyrant, so yeah, I'm just... Best possible top deck right now would be Vile Progenitor. But then again, like, when's Vile Progenitor not a bad top deck for this deck? They're just going to hardcast Valdez to act as a blocker. Yep, makes sense. I mean, it is a 4/3 though, so it's pretty threatening. Alright, so what do I draw? That's really late. So I can put them down to 1 life, but that would require me trading away my Lumbering Hillock. Do I want to do that? Do I want to do that? I mean, so if I don't do that, then Valdez starts swinging in, and that could be really scary for me. I mean, I always play out Green Elemental Circle because there's no point in me holding anything. I'm assuming they don't have another Villainy. Well, actually, they can't really attack with Valdez as long as I have Lumbering Hillock out, so I think it ends up being mostly a stalemate, which I'm actually happy about. Like, Valdez being out is bad for them in a way because, well, I don't know. I'll just play out Green Elemental Circle and pass. Like, if they're holding Swamp plus Bell's Ascent, then yeah, they got me, because they can play Bell's Ascent and transform it in the same turn. And I don't have a way past the 6/6 Indestructible on the backside of Bell's Ascent. Well, unless I top deck a 5-drop, and then now suddenly I'm drawing 2 cards each. Yeah, I can just balance the backside of Bell's Ascent if I draw a 5-drop. Conspiracy of Ravens, so that's pretty useless right now. Or actually, no, they can't play Bell's Ascent, because if they do, then they die to Lumbering Hillock plus Alton Surveyor swing. Yeah, so we're at sort of a stalemate right now. And oh, okay, that's absolutely perfect. Yeah, that's possibly one of the best cards I could have drawn right now. So Contra Ramsey brings back Amorphous Tyrant, which kills... Like, I can Contra for 1. And then I guess I bring back Aerith, which I can cast for... or actually, I can just pawn it an extra turn, and that wins me the game, I think. Like, I know they're on Bell's Ascent, and even if it's last card exit... Okay, so last card... They need to be on last card and a Praxis Endeavor for me to lose this game from doing Contra. So, let's see if this happens. Yeah, I'm assuming it's last card. Oh, they actually got this pretty... Okay, so they even get back Villainy, which is kind of nice for them. Oh, they're going all out. And they're going to just, I guess, make this guy not do any damage this turn, which is fine by me. So I just need to hope to get some good draws off whatever Contra flips. Exile Graveyard, yep, expected. So, let's see. I forgot to target with Jeffrey stages. Actually, I need to remember my triggers. Alright, well, yeah, that was actually really bad because... Or, no, it's absolutely fine. So, because I got bailed out by drawing another Contra, so I can play Contra number 2 to Link Alton Surveyor, and that Jeffrey Stages will get back my first Contra. And actually, yeah, I just win. Okay, cool. Okay, well, that game definitely went a bit closer than it needed to, but at least I got there in the end. And there we go. Yeah, got bailed out by the second Contra top deck because I forgot my Jeffrey Stages trigger. But yeah, so that was round one. Got some pretty good draws. Like, my opponent did not discard me turn one either game, which really benefited me because that means I managed to get out my ramp plan with no opposition. But yeah, so we'll see you round two, I guess.